Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today I am going to finish up my Georgia trip in my journal and start the new trip that I'm on right now. So guys, I want to to say that I know this is tedious, so I will try to speed it up if I can. I'm not going to talk. I will talk at the very end when I flip through my journal, and I will put some music on. So, guys, stick around. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go back and flip through from what I just entered in. And guys, I had such a good time the whole time I was in Georgia, but the kids joined me in Atlanta, and we did a lot of things in Atlanta. I did the botanical gardens before they got there. On the way there, I was there early, so I did get to go to the botanical gardens. I did that on my own. Then we did the zoo, and Christopher and Emma are such a good sport about anytime I say turn around, they know I'm going to take their photo. But these were the different ostriches, and it was so funny because they were the exact height of the ostriches, and Emma is so much shorter than Christopher, so it was just hilarious photo. So this one is the giraffes and the elephants. I tried to keep, according to the map, the animals in that area, the photos together. Emma is not a fan of pandas, and it's hard to see her face, her expression of, I can't believe you're making me be a panda. She is a biology major, and she is just a hoot to be around, guys. Christopher never usually will pet the animals or do anything like that, but something about this goat he just really liked, and that kind of encouraged him to um, rub some of the other animals and pet them and whatever. So that was a lot of fun. And then I put some of the birds here. So we had such a great time. And these were just some of the photos I had left, and I still wanted them in here, but I just couldn't fit them around the map. So I did a separate thing for them. Then we went to the Fern Bank Museum of Natural History, and I wanted to keep the visitor's map, but I had to cut part of it off, and I just stuck it in here, which I can actually still open it both ways. And because I could do that, you saw me add a lot of other things in and did the same thing. This was they had a big open room down at the bottom that went up 3 stories, and that allowed them to put these huge dinosaurs in there. But the problem was it was so tight in there, you couldn't just get a picture of all of them, so I had to break them down into pieces. And then they had so many collections of butterflies. They were all gorgeous, but the blue ones just, this photo does not do it justice. Let's see if I can get it up here so you can see it. They were gorgeous, gorgeous. And then this is Christopher acting up again. He was trying to be, his arms and all out like an Egyptian. And then Emma was looking at this skull. It's a dinosaur skull. And Christopher squats down in front of it and blows it a kiss. And I just happened to be able to get his picture when he's doing that. That's the way my kids act all the time. I know Christopher's my child, Emma's his girlfriend, but I call them my kids. And they act like that all the time. And then this was a smaller dinosaur in that area. I'm going to just say that I'm terrified of heights, and everything was open up on all the floors. So I was in panic mode the whole time that we were going through this museum because it was really close to the edge all the time. So I did not take a lot of photos in there. And then by the time we got to the aquarium, guys, I was so tired, so tired. But anyway, I'll tell you the story about this photo in just a minute, but this is those little pop-up things that kids can crawl in there and pop up and see inside, like they're underneath the water. And of course, Christopher's way too big to do that, but he did it anyway. And then here's him standing under a spider crab. Now, the reason this one I put it in there is because when he popped up through there like that, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to bring it up here so you can see his picture a little bit better. He looks like his dad, exactly like his dad. When we were younger and we first started dating, that was his dad. And it took my breath away for a minute. It startled me because I was like amazed. And even Emma was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, he looked just like his dad." And so when I saw the photo, I was like, I wasn't just, making this up. But anyway, I had to journal about that. And then this is just some of the photos that you could see. It's really hard to take photos in the aquarium if you're not right up on the animals. But guys, this aquarium was amazing. I'm just going to tell you, they even had a whale shark in there that had plenty of room to swim around, and he was huge. He just would not get up close enough that I could take a picture that you could tell what it was. So I was disappointed in that, but it was just amazing. And then after that, I went back to Macon and the kids went home. And after I rested for a couple of days, I got out. I went and bought peaches because if you're in Georgia for the late spring, early summer, you got to have some peaches. And these were so good because they were so fresh. They were just so good. And then this is the pull out that I kind of folded for the Museum of Arts and Science there in Macon. And this was a small museum, but it was packed full of stuff. And then they had a planetarium show, which I went to the 11:30. So I kind of highlighted that so I could remember that. Guys, I have not been to a planetarium since I was in grade school. And so this was just a blast from the past. I enjoyed it so much. And this is just some of the like sculptures and stuff that was in there. This was an art installation. I didn't take a whole lot of photos, but I did take video. So I will show you that will come out pretty soon. Then the Allman Brothers Band Museum at the big house was literally 2 blocks from my house. Did I walk it? No, because it was 102 degrees that day. It was so hot. But I wanted to keep all the information about that. It told you everything. So I folded that, put that in here. These are the front doors. These are guitars. It looks like the flower stems and stuff, but they are guitars. Then the flowers above them. Guys, this home was so well preserved. It was just amazing. And then this is one of the last song lists that they for one of their last concerts. So that was really fun to get that. Those are really the only 2 photos that I printed. Everything else was mostly footage. And so, of course, I will show you all of that. And then this is part of the coffee, the little sleeve that goes on your coffee from my favorite coffee shop in Macon, which was Cathedral Coffee. And it was part of a church there. It was a non-denominational church, and the youth and the kids from the church run it, and they do have supervision. It's like a youth minister or somebody is there with them, but it was just beautiful. It was like the most beautiful interior church for a coffee shop. It was just gorgeous. It had all of these stained glass windows, arches like this, details on the inside. It was just gorgeous. And the people there were amazing, and the coffee was amazing too. And then I made my way back to North Carolina. I went home for a couple of weeks. I didn't do a lot of journaling, but basically this is the photo of me heading out from Georgia, heading home right after I took this photo. I know it looks like the sky is sunny and cloudy. 10 miles down the road, it was black and pouring rain. I'm just telling you, the clouds just moved in that quick. And then I could not wait to get back home to get my hair done. So I had my hair colored and cut, and she always blows it out for me, which is my favorite way to wear my hair. I can't do it. I have to get her to do it because my hair is so thick. And this is Homeland Creamery, which was a farm fresh dairy products. Anyway, they had all kinds of dairy. They had like fresh bacon and sausage, and they had bread. They had all kinds of stuff. We went for the ice cream. This was the best butter pecan ice cream I have had in a long time, guys. But this was just one of the outings me and Lisa did when I visited my brother-in-law, which is Philip, and his wife, Lisa. And guys, I had a blast spending this couple of days with them, and I'm so glad I did that. So that fills up this book. I don't know if you remember it. Oh gosh, guys, I didn't put this in. These are from, these are some of the stuff I had from Chicago. Anyway, but this book, I'm going to flip through it really quickly, is just taking you, this started back in September. This was like the first trip of my vacation. I met Jan in Boston, and so this is some of that. These are the two frogs, Angela and Tommy. I loved it. This was at a restaurant, local seafood. This was our whale tour. This was a Starbucks, and this teapot will blow steam up. It was so cute. And then we did the ghosting and gravestones tour. That was fun. Guys, everything was. This little bitty house right here, it was an amazing story. It just sold recently, and just the blue part sold for $1.3 million. It was crazy. Paul Revere statue. This was part of the Freedom Trail. I did pick up a postcard that had the North Church and a sticker for the North Church. It's really hard to get it because, again, it's tight. And then here is the vegetable from the farmer's market. That was great. We did a sunset boat tour, or sunset boat tour. These are all the decorated cows. They were so cute, and you could find them all over Boston. And then that was just a little bit of the information about those. And then this was my plane ride. This is, oh, that was torturous getting home, but I finally did get home. And then this is South Carolina. This is the first 2 months of where I stayed. I will link the video of doing this up at the top. Just some of the things. This is where I set up, and just some of the things that we did, Jan, and this is Jan again. This is just a few of the things that we did. Lisa, my sister-in-law that I just talked about, took this photo of me at the border and in the alligator sunbathing when we walked by. So this is my sister-in-law, Lisa. Let me see if I can get her up here. You can't really tell, but this is my sister-in-law, Lisa, and then this is me. And then this is just a few of the things that I did. And then this is my first trip in Kansas City. So some of the things that I did there, my fountain pen, just some of the things that I did there. Loved these breakfasts. The breakfasts that I had were awesome. And then this is May Day Paper and Post that I went by to see. It was amazing. This is when I got my table, which was this one right here that I use now. And then this is Missouri, the state of Missouri, and this was my setup there, packing to go. And then this is Kansas when I met up with the crew from Mandy Lynn Plan. So we had a great time. And then I went on to Mississippi. This was my setup in Mississippi. This was my driving in Mississippi to get there. And this was, I always try to take photos of the Airbnb that I was in, my time in Laurel. Guys, if you get a chance to go to Laurel, Mississippi, you should. It is just an amazing spot. I went back every week, once every week that I was there. so that I could get in and do everything and see everything. And this was the Laurel Rogers Museum of Art, Lauren Rogers Museum of Art. And guys, this was just so much fun in Mississippi. And I did get my package from Rickshaw Bags. By the way, I love it. I use it all the time. And this is some of the stuff I cooked, and the bread pudding that I got from Weldman's. And then this was my last setup. And this is going into Georgia. And so these, I'm just going to go up until what I've showed you today. This was the botanical gardens, some more of the gardens. And then this is where I can scan it for the zoo. And then this was the last page that I completed. So guys, that is the flip through. And then this, let me show you this really quick. This I picked up at the Lauren Rogers Museum of Art. This was one of the pieces that was in there. And so I'm using that as a cover for this one. So guys, that is one whole book completed. I hope you are enjoying these journal with me videos. And if you do, just put me some kind of, I don't know, notebook or something down below. But guys, until next time, bye-bye.